Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast, and Charles Barkley is back in the news because, ESPN execs, or an ESPN exec, a top exec, wants Charles Barkley on the ESPN network due to TNT losing the NBA rights. Okay. And it's going to be pickoff season for a talent like Charles Barkley, who has stated that he's going to retire, but then he's also talked with Dan Patrick that if the money is good, of course he's not going to retire. Listen, Charles Barkley is not going to retire. The money is too good. He feels loyal to TNT, but that loyalty has a price tag. Okay, I mean, look, after TNT loses the NBA rights, I mean, what is Charles Barkley going to do on TNT? Right? I mean, is he just going to talk about, just going to have the inside of the NBA without the games? I mean, come on now, right? An ESPN content exec, or what is he, the head of network's content chief, Magnus said, that would be a perfect world. Actually, Charles is a singular talent. I'd be lying if we said we weren't interested in Charles. I think the entire industry is interested in Charles. He's really that special. We'll see. Okay, NBC also wants to have Charles Barkley. So NBC and ESPN got big bags, but I think Charles Barkley would do well on ESPN. But the only issue is that Charles Barkley has said that he don't want to be running around the network. And I think if Charles Barkley does go to ESPN, I think he'll have his pick on how he works, and they're not going to run him around. Charles Barkley is one of those dudes or one of those rare talents that he can call his own particular shots, and work one place at a time, and that's it. I think Charles Barkley be great, and his running around, he don't really have to physically run around. He can just show up via webcam or whatever, on different segments, and be good. I think Charles Barkley on ESPN talking basketball with Stephen A. Smith would make great entertainment TV, hands down. I think you'd be lying if you said no. Okay, I know people don't like Stephen A. Smith, but Stephen A. Smith is a character. He's an entertaining character, and him and Charles Barkley would fit in great. And if Charles Barkley goes to TNT, that is another major win for them. I mean, the content they would be able to make on ESPN with Charles Barkley would be insane, right? But Charles Barkley feels low to Ernie and Kenny and Shaq and everything like that. But if the money is good, okay, because ESPN ain't losing no NBA rights deal. ESPN is always going to have NBA games. Okay, so job security will be good. I know ESPN made cuts and stuff like that, but really boils down to, man, we want guys who are going to make us money and bring in ratings, and Charles Barkley would definitely do that. Really it'd be up to Charles Barkley. It seemed like Charles Barkley will ultimately have his pick of the litter, okay? And that pick will probably be based on who's going to pay him the most money. Okay, once TNT officially loses the rights after the 2025 season, it's open checkbook season. All right, does NBC want to pony up the cash? Does Amazon want to pony up the cash? And especially ESPN want to pony up the cash? I think ESPN will be the lead in that. I think they will be able to pay Charles Barkley quite a lot of money to come to ESPN. And I think it would be a good decision for him. I think he'll get more visibility on ESPN than any of the other platforms. And it just depends on how much work does Charles Barkley want to do. But I also think that Charles Barkley is one of those rare talents, like I said before, that will have his ultimate say in his work schedule, though, man. So, look, man, ESPN, they winning. They got Shannon Sharp, okay, and I think they can land Charles Barkley, but it'll be up to Charles Barkley, though. And him working with Stephen A. Smith would make Dynamite TV. It'd be really funny, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think with the latest reports. I mean, should Charles Barkley go to ESPN, and team up out there and talk basketball with Stephen A. Smith? And also too is, I mean, listen, man, if Charles Barkley being on ESPN, he also should be able to show up on the Pat McAfee show. Okay, that'll be awesome as well too, with Pat and Chuck talking ball. I like Pat McAfee as well. I think it'd be great, so y'all let me know the latest rumors on this report. Well, not rumors, but the chief content guy at ESPN straight up said they want Charles Barkley. So ESPN has made it known they want him. Would it be a good move for Charles? Y'all let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.